how was your experience of the event?
I see. So this is actually our seventh Intrigue event, right? And one of the nice things about working with Dish, which is the founder of Salesgasm, is the fact that most of the panelists are all well read, and I think the interesting takeaway is that there's a lot of do's and don'ts that we probably would not have been able to evaluate ourselves. And sometimes wisdom is about learning from people without having to repeat the same mistakes, right? And that I've found to be a very valuable resource. Yeah. And hopefully for the rest of the visitors here, that is something that you can latch onto yourselves as well.
Any key to take away from the event?
I would say that in order for us to be able to unearth more value, be prepared to ask questions, right? Participate with your fellow delegates, because ultimately, I would say curiosity means that there are concerns that remain unaddressed, right? Hopefully, by sharing with your peers, you're able to get additional anecdotes that would provide options that would be strategic for your consideration moving forward.
Okay, last question. Would you recommend the event itself to your peers or colleagues?
Most definitely. I would say that it is very valuable to basically have a discourse, especially with people who have encountered what has worked and what has failed. Because one of the learnings that we can have is always about, at the end of the day, if every single thing that I execute requires me to spend money, right, I would have rather learned from someone who has made all of these mistakes, condense it as a summary so that I can evaluate my next best action strategically. Hopefully that makes sense.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Mr. Kin.